See. Today's infantrymen are trained to face the challenges of the changing world. The soldiers graduating today have mastered the basic skills necessary to become infantrymen in the United States Army and stand ready to defend this great nation against all enemies. The official party will now keep the line, performing a final inspection and pass these soldiers into the ranks of qualified infantrymen. Trooping the line originated over 3 centuries ago. King Charles II returned from exile in 1660 to claim the throne of England. A French cavalry regiment, formerly under Oliver Cromwell, decided to offer allegiance to King Charles. Outriders from the royal party met the cavalry on a desolate stretch of the countryside and reported back to the king with signs of some honorable suspicion. King Charles went on foot with a load of timber to assure himself that this was not a trap. King Charles passed slowly along the ranks of the troops and carefully scrutinized each man's face for signs of treachery. Convinced of the sincerity of the offer, King Charles accepted the allegiance of the commanders. The 19th Infantry was organized under the forwarded proclamation issued May 4, 1861 by President Abraham Lincoln. Increasing the strength of the regular army, on March 15, 1862, the partially organized regiment was made receiving capable commanding, joined the Army of the Potomac, then commanded by General Buell and occupying positions in Nashville, Tennessee. The firmness of the 15th Corps, and General Thomas on that disastrous field of Chickamauga, was all that saved a terrible defeat from becoming a hopeless rout. Stationed on the left of General Thomas's line, the 19th Infantry, then commanded by Major E.R. Dawson, again were the brunt of the fiercest assaults. From early morning until late afternoon on September 20th, the shock and carnage were as close and as deadly as any man could make them. When their ammunition was exhausted, the men were told to use their bayonets and hold their ground. They replied that they would hold their positions, but would have had combat, and they did hold on until the Union Army was ready to the falling attack. Major Dawson and 75% of the regiment were killed or wounded in Chickamauga. Its heroic stand against overwhelming odds on September 20th, 1863, one for the 19th Infantry is proud appellation, the Rock of Chickamauga. The colors of the infantry are decorated with the streamers of all campaigns, and the regiment has participated with distinction in 86 battles and engagements. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for honors to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Standing before you has conducted a turning blue ceremony yesterday because blue is the color of the infantry. This ceremony climaxes with the decoration of each graduating soldier receiving the coveted symbols of an infantryman, the cross rifle insignia with blue background discs and the blue infantry cord. Turning blue signifies the rite of passage of these soldiers to carry on the finest traditions of the infantry. The infantry cross rifles, blue discs, and blue cord mark these soldiers as qualified to be the finest soldiers in the world, United States Army infantrymen. The soldiers most responsible for the training of the infantrymen are drill sergeants. Each drill sergeant is carefully selected by Department of the Army, and at this time, the drill sergeant of the cycle, Staff Sergeant Bell, will recite the drill sergeant creed.
I am a drill sergeant. I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally fit soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride in self, in the Army, and in country. I will insist that each soldier meets and maintains the Army standard of military bearing and courtesy, consistent with the high tradition of the United States Army. I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I will not do myself. But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, born to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant.
At this time, the official party will present the awards. The company selects a soldier that has demonstrated the all-around excellence that is demanded from infantrymen. This soldier is designated as the Distinguished Honor Graduate. The Distinguished Honor Graduate for Bravo Company is Private First Class Michael Brown. The Honor Graduate for Delta Company is Private First Class Thomas Kerr. The honor graduates will receive a Department of the Army Achievement Medal. Each cycle, the company is supported by numerous personnel. This cycle, the cadre support of the cycle for Bravo Company is Miss Emma E. Slayton. She will receive a battalion certificate of appreciation. The cadre support of the cycle for Delta Company is Corporal Ravina Williams. She will receive a Department of the Army Achievement Medal. Receiving the Drill Sergeant of the Cycle Award for Bravo Company is Staff Sergeant Wesley M. Bell. Staff Sergeant Bell will receive the Army Accommodation Medal. The Drill Sergeant of the Cycle for Delta Company is Staff Sergeant Kevin Gray. Staff Sergeant Gray will also receive the Army Commendation Medal. At this time, Miss Gray will be presented a bouquet of red roses for her endless support to her husband and the unit. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in giving these fine soldiers a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the guest speaker for today's ceremony is Command Sergeant Major Vereen. Command Sergeant Major Mac H. Vereen was born in Nicholas, South Carolina. He entered the Army at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and has served in every infantry unit.
It's a little bit chilly this morning. The clouds hanging below, the wind is blowing, the flag is whipping, but yet and still, this is a great day to be in America, and it's a great day to be an American within America. To the Infantry Training Brigade Commander, Colonel Hayton, the Training Brigade Command Sergeant Major Dennis Carey, commanders, officers, sergeant majors, non-commissioned officers, ladies and gentlemen, family members and friends. It's indeed a delight to be here in this particular time to say farewell to the United States Army and more especially to the Infantry Training Brigade. This morning is a great day, and as we look out in the midst of us, we see some great men standing out there. Some of them are 11 Bravos infantrymen, heavy anti-tank infantrymen, mechanized infantrymen, and indirect infantrymen. Look at them, ladies and gentlemen. Some of them came from backgrounds. Some of them came to us wearing their pants below their waistline. Some came in here, could not even see their waistline. Some came with their heads turned all over their heads. But just look at them standing out there, ill-direct, disciplined, their headgear aligned it within there in accordance to its design. Well-behaved American soldiers. One of the great and greatest person in the United States Army is American infantry. Ever since 1775, when the Second Continental Congressman looked around the world and see that we need someone to maintain democracy, to maintain freedom, to make sure the ideology for his liberty, life, and the pursuit of happiness was so essentially and necessarily needed. They put together 6 infantry units, and they call them riflemen. And as we look out here today, we see persons that is especially designed to hold up democracy, to make sure the blood-stained banner still reigns throughout our globe. And today I'm glad to know that we got American soldiers that are standing up on the globe. It's not the new technology, it's not the bombs in the sky, it's American soldiers standing point throughout the world. For a couple of minutes, reminiscing and reflecting as I stand in the evening of transition out the United States Army. Having been in the Army for 3 sets of 10 years, a total of 3 decades for 30 years, and right now I stand within 30 days of transition out the United States Army. It's been a long, enjoyable time, and it's been a great time. And I was just wrestling with all the changes and the constantly things that's going on in America today. And I would look at the persons who I need to speak to, and I thought about the occasion, these great men graduating and being transitioned and transformed into the United States Army, especially positioned within the United States Army infantry units. And I thought about all of these families that came from distant lands. And I thought about their mothers and fathers and the sisters and brothers and relatives who came here to say, we share and embrace your accomplishment as being American infantrymen. As I thought about all these great things, and I thought about how ungrateful we are sometimes, and I just want to tell the ladies and gentlemen in the audience and all the friends and relatives, we thank you for your grandsons. We thank you for your sons, your nephews, your uncles. We thank you for what you've done for them, and they are not Generation X. They are American infantrymen ready to stand point throughout the globe. I know it's getting a little chilly. Some of you want to kiss them goodnight and tell them how much you love them. But mothers and fathers, we don't want you to feed them too much apple pie and too much of that old unhealthy food anymore. Go look at them. Standing there looking great, ready to take their position in our Air Assault battalions, our Ranger battalions, Airborne battalions, Light battalion and mechanized battalions throughout the infantry globe. They are ready to assume their position. They are ready to be called that patriotic person that stands points throughout the world. And I'm glad today that you gave us the best that America can have to maintain democracy in our country. And I just want to tell a few people goodbye because I know it's getting a little chilly and the wind just began to get a little high. But I want to tell those great people that transformed these infantrymen goodbye. My fellow drill sergeants. And I want to tell these American infantrymen that's graduating goodbye. And I want to tell the leadership from Sand Hill goodbye. To my fellow drill sergeants, yes, your godfather is transitioning out the Army. But I maintain point for you, buddy. And it's a big mistake that they say, make sure you cover your back. We don't talk that kind of language in infantry. We take point. We lead. And we create a path and create a route that others may follow. And when everybody was against you, buddy, I stood point for you. When everybody said that you need to be incrementally paid, yours truly made sure that you got all of your money from the day you became a drill sergeant. And I made sure that everything that you needed and everything that you should get was taken care of. Yes, I took out the master fitness coaching out of your curriculum to make sure that all of our infantrymen would get an opportunity to become drill sergeants. And as I transition out the Army, I just want to say thank you for all that you have done to transform and transition young boys, young men into our infantry community. Hold up your head high, because you are American best. And whenever I think about the Army, I would never forget the Army infantry drill sergeants. Because you are truly the best that the world has. And don't let nobody tell you that you're any lesser. Because if it wasn't for the infantry, there would not be no Army. To the young infantrymen standing out there in the ranks, go forth, stand in those squads and those batons. And there are some good sergeants out there going to take care of you, commanders and lieutenants. They will take care of you, buddy. Don't let nobody fool you. And I know some of your mothers and your father, your relatives, sort of feel doubtful because they heard all these great things about the drill sergeant, and they seen the results of you through the eyes of you from these drill sergeants. And some mothers and fathers, let me tell you something about the greatness of those drill sergeants. Some of these drill sergeants, every one of them, have served 18 to 24 months in a rifle squad or a rifle platoon sergeant position. They rank among the best. Their performance required them to be the best that we have within the infantry to become drill sergeants. Look at those drill sergeants. They look like the Army. They are mean and lean. Every one of them could be a postal sign saying, welcome to the United States Army. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't feel bad, mothers. Don't feel bad, godfathers and grandfathers, because I tell you right now, we got some of the best non-commissioned officers and officers going to take care of your sons and your grandson once they arrive to those infantry units. And I'm happy about that. And let me tell you something about those individuals. They would never tell your sons and your grandson that we got your back. That's a bad saying. We got your back. In other words, they're going to stay in the background after you get shot up in the front, then they're going to look at your back. Not in the United States Army Infantry. Those commanders and those sergeants will be leading point for your sons. They'll make sure that they're taking care of their well-being. They'll make sure they're paid. They'll make sure they stay in communication with you. And most of all, they'll send them back to you as a great American. To the infantry training brigade, Colonel Hayden, to all the commanders, sergeant majors, everyone down from Colonel Hayden down to Lieutenant Pretty, sergeant major down to all the clerks and everybody in the civilian sector, everyone that participated in transition infantrymen in the United States Army. I say goodbye to you this morning, sir, and all of your officers and all of your leadership. But I tell you one thing, I will ever overwatch the infantry training brigade, even in civilian sector. Because I believe the past and the present relies on you, sir. Every generation has the responsibility to lay down premises and foundation that will ultimately maintain democracy. George Washington did it. Eisenhower did it. Everyone that went before us laid down those premises that ultimately allow us to be here today and share the greatness in being American. And sir, I charge you and all your fellow sergeant majors to maintain democracy and lay down that premises for those unseen faces of generations behind us. So one day you can stand up here and say, tell that other to place you, maintain the greatness of being American. Because I tell you right now, whenever things get hot in the country, they don't call for a cook to go in and invade the country. Neither do they call for a clerk, but they call for American infantrymen to get on them airplanes with a rifle in his hand to go and maintain democracy. And you have that responsibility to make sure these people are prepared to do just that. So with all of that, with the wind is still blowing, I say farewell to Sand Hill. Sand Hill, you have been great. To my American drill sergeant and all those infantrymen that's graduated, I say, hold up the bloodstained banner, hold up the American flag, and maintain democracy. And to those mothers and fathers, and to those relatives that travel distant land just to share in the celebration of these individuals becoming infantry, I say thank you, and God bless you on a safe trip back home. Keep America great as yours truly transition in the civilian sector. Godspeed and God bless it to you.
Post! One!
Installation of first sergeant Michael Wheeler. A joint major is Staff Sergeant Robert Kennedy.
You're going to stand up?
Bravo Company, 1st Battalion, 1932 Regiment, is commanded by First Lieutenant Patrick E. Workman from Kailua, Hawaii. Platoon Sergeant from 1st Platoon is Staff Sergeant Philip J. Goldstein from Robert Fort, Dewayne. Ladies and gentlemen, when the National Court reports your position, please rise. The Platoon Sergeant from 3rd Platoon, Staff Sergeant Frankie J. Goldstein from Kailua, Hawaii. Platoon, Sergeant Dennis Sal, Dewayne, Arkansas. The first sergeant for Bravo Company is Sergeant Matthew E. Dillon from Yuma, Arizona.
Tell me which one it is.
Next one coming up.
Which one coming up? Dewayne's Company. D Company coming up.
Yeah. You didn't get it? We saw.
Watch your shoes, man. Excuse me, sir.
DED dead. Done. Hey,
Matt's been about the range.
Good.